Most of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to exorcise the subscribe button, as it helps out the channel. Without further ado, as the moonlight lights up the sky, we see Mabel reminiscing about her mysterious brother, only to stand guard as Seika appears. Wanting to just talk, Seika mentions how he has noticed how uncomfortable Mabel gets, wielding daggers, and that she probably prefers a larger object. Wondering how he knows, Seika utters that he is quite sad tonight, as he doesn't like how there are two moons in the sky, as a single one would be more of an elegant scene. Realizing Seika is quite weird, Mabel asks why Seika is here, if he doesn't want to fight. Reiterating that he simply wants to talk, Seika says he knows Mabel doesn't truly want to kill him, leading Mabel to reveal that she simply wanted Seika to forfeit, even willing to take off some of Seika's limbs, assuming he would be able to heal himself. But she knows she is stronger, but doesn't want to have to go all out. Not satisfied, Seika reveals that he knows Mabel is pretending to be the hero, to protect Onmyouji, but still wonders why she joined the tournament. Reluctant, she states that her whole purpose is to fight in the tournament, only to die in the hands of Kyle, to fake the death of the hero, to the demons. Apparently, both Mabel and Kyle were orphans trained to become valuable mercenaries. The whole purpose of Kyle being in the tournament is to see if Kyle has been properly brainwashed, as he has undergone some experimentation, which intends to strip Kyle of his emotions, leaving him with the ability to only follow orders. As his graduation mission, he must kill Mabel, adding that she wants to duel Kyle, because she wants to avenge her brother, who Kyle slayed, but Seika cuts her off, as he knows Kyle is her brother. Sitting next to Seika, Mabel realizes that she'll be disposed of for not completing her missions, but if it's the last thing she does, she at least wants to put her own brother to rest. Seeing the full picture, Seika decides that he will fight Mabel's brother, but Mabel states that only she can stand up to him, leading Seika to state that he is the absolute strongest. Seeing Seika not back down, Mabel can't help but respect him, stating that she will fight him tomorrow with her full strength. With the next day arriving, we see Mabel has brought her real weapon, a much larger cleave, which impresses Seika. As the match begins, Mabel disappears, bringing her axe onto Seika from behind. Having missed, she makes use of the rubble to close the distance, but once again, Seika evades with his talismans. Attempting to bind Mabel with vines, Seika notes how easily she is moving, giving Seika an idea. Placing a talisman on Mabel's axe changes the weight of her axe, forcing her to relinquish it. Next, Seika binds Mabel, using mercury, which ensures she can't escape. Seeing Mabel completely helpless, the judges decide to end the duel, in favor of Seika, meaning he'll be the one to face Kyle. With tension in the stadium rising, Seika chats with Kyle, seeing if Kyle has a change of heart, about wanting to slaughter his own sister. But Kyle seems unfazed, as all he cares about is fulfilling his commands. With the match beginning, Kyle attempts to hypnotize Seika, but Seika casts a red smoke cloud, blocking Kyle and the audience's vision. Tossing several spells at Kyle, Seika is unable to do any damage, attempting to bind Kyle, but he simply retaliates with his dark magic. Bored of Kyle, Seika unleashes Uchioni, a minotaur that towers over Kyle, offering the kid a chance to surrender. But since Kyle feels no emotions, he strikes Uchioni, but as Kyle lays there unconscious, Seika notices Kyle being infected by a curse, putting up a barrier to cut off the curse's connection. Checking up on Kyle, Seika listens to Kyle's last words, which enrages Seika, as some other cures user is toying with his friends. Unveiling his countless talismans, Seika begins chanting a powerful spell, intended to revive Kyle, but Yuki cries for Seika to not reveal his true power. Bringing up how Seika passed in his past life, Yuki is able to knock some sense into him, forcing Seika to stop the spell. As the tournament ends, Seika hides Kyle's body, as he's crowned the champion, all whilst denying to join the royal guards. Having preserved Kyle's body, Seika is able to show Mabel the place where he buried Kyle, as he now knows Mabel is actually her true name. As a parting message, Seika relays a message from before Kyle passed, which forces Mabel to break down, as she's finally able to accept her brother's death. Wondering where she'll go, Mabel learns that Seika intends to have her continue as a student, and that he will make it happen. Rejoining Onmyouji and Yifa, Onmyouji suddenly challenges Mabel, wanting a rematch, but this time with real swords, and the loser is the one that has their sword broken. With Seika signaling to start, Onmyouji shows off her new skill, enchanting her blade with gravity, magic shocking Mabel. Knowing about Mabel's past, Onmyouji reveals that she knows Mabel still cares about her brother, and that she could sometimes rely on others, hoping to grow closer to the shy Mabel. As the gang head back to school, Seika privately chats to the principal, revealing that he knows that the principal had bought Mabel, and had intentionally planned to have Seika go and win the whole tournament. Having seen Mabel at her worst, the principal can't help but wonder why such a talented girl had to have such an... Realizing that the principal is far more observant, having noticed Seika's endless power, she had purposely chosen Seika as the central piece of the plan. Additionally, the principal promises to keep Mabel safe, as long as she chooses to stay at the school, which pleases Seika. Back with the gang, Seika is seen admiring Mabel's natural white hair, as he stops Mabel from running off and avoiding her studies. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like and comment.